Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you today to a conversation that strikes at the very core of our existence. As we gather here, I want to take a moment for reflection, not reflection on the world around us, not on our neighbors, colleagues, or competitors, but on the one person that holds the key to unlocking our highest potential ourselves. You see, the world we live in is a reflection of distractions. Every corner of society seems to scream at us for attention. The media bombards us with a constant stream of information, telling us who we should be, how we should look, and what we should achieve. Our peers, some knowingly, others unknowingly project expectations upon us, silently competing in the race of life. But I want to pause today, and I want you to think deeply about something essential. We are taught to look outward. From an early age, we are conditioned to compare ourselves, to measure our worth against others, to find validation through external praise. But the truth is, the only journey that matters is the one happening within you. The only growth that will ever truly define your life is the growth that comes from focusing on yourself, not on others. First, let's discuss the most destructive habit we engage in: comparison. You've all heard the old adage, comparison is the thief of joy. It's not just a cute saying, it's a profound truth. Comparison is the root of much of our internal turmoil, because when you measure yourself against another, you lose sight of the unique individual you were created to be. Let me ask you this: how often do you compare yourself to others? How often do you look at someone's accomplishments and feel lesser, or someone's struggles and feel superior? The problem with comparison is that it distorts reality. You see only a portion of another person's life, and that portion is often carefully curated. You may see their successes, but you don't see their struggles. You see their talents, but you don't see the countless hours they spent honing those talents. You see the fruits, but you don't see the roots. We must resist the temptation to compare our chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Every person has a different path. And when you compare your journey to another's, you rob yourself of the joy that comes from walking your own path. You see, when we focus on others, we dilute our energy. Energy that could be spent on improving ourselves is wasted on envy, jealousy, and self-pity. Instead, we must direct that energy inward towards growth, towards self-mastery. You were created with a unique purpose. I cannot stress this enough. There is something within you that only you can fulfill, something that no one else on this earth can accomplish. And the sooner you realize this, the sooner you can stop looking at others and start focusing on yourself. Your purpose is not something that can be found outside of you. It is not something that society can give you or something that can be validated by others. It is something that resides deep within you, waiting to be uncovered, waiting to be nurtured. So how do you uncover your purpose? You focus on yourself. You spend time in introspection, in meditation, in prayer. You ask yourself the hard questions: who am I? What do I value? What am I passionate about? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? These are the questions that lead to self-discovery. And self-discovery is the first step towards living a purpose-driven life. When you focus on yourself, you begin to realize that your purpose is not something that can be compared to others. Your purpose is as unique as your fingerprint. It is not about being better than anyone else. It is about being the best version of yourself. It is about fulfilling the potential that has been placed within you, not the potential that you think others expect from you. We live in a world that glorifies perfection. We see it everywhere in advertisements, on social media, in the workplace. Perfection is held up as the ultimate goal, the ultimate achievement. But I want to tell you something today: perfection is an illusion. It does not exist. And the pursuit of perfection, especially when it is rooted in comparison to others, is a path to frustration, disappointment, and self-doubt. When you focus on others, you are often focusing on an idealized version of them, a version that is carefully curated and presented to the world. You see their successes, their talents, their beauty, but you do not see their struggles, their failures, their insecurities. And so you hold yourself up to an impossible standard, a standard that no one can ever truly meet. Instead of striving for perfection, I encourage you to strive for progress. Focus on becoming better today than you were yesterday. Focus on growth, on learning, on improving. Focus on the journey, not the destination. And most importantly, focus on yourself, not on others. When you let go of the need to be perfect, you free yourself to make mistakes, to fail, to learn, and to grow. You free yourself to embrace your humanity, to embrace the fact that you are a work in progress. And when you focus on your own progress, rather than on the perceived perfection of others, you begin to experience true growth, true fulfillment, and true joy. One of the most powerful tools for focusing on yourself is self-reflection. Self-reflection is the practice of looking inward, of examining your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, and your habits. It is the practice of asking yourself the hard questions and being honest with the answers. When was the last time you sat down and reflected on your life? When was the last time you took a moment to assess where you are, where you've been, and where you're going? In our fast-paced world, we often neglect the practice of self-reflection. We are so busy chasing after the next goal, the next achievement, that we forget to pause and take stock of where we are. But self-reflection is essential for personal growth. It is essential for self-awareness. When you take the time to reflect on your life, you gain clarity. You gain insight into your strengths and weaknesses, your successes and failures. You gain a deeper understanding of who you are and what you need to do to become the person you want to be. Self-reflection is not about beating yourself up for your mistakes or shortcomings. It is about learning from them. It is about recognizing patterns, identifying areas for improvement, and making a plan for growth. It is about being honest with yourself and taking responsibility for your life. When you focus on yourself, you take control of your life. You stop blaming others for your circumstances and you start taking responsibility for your actions. You stop looking outside of yourself for validation and you start finding it within. You stop comparing yourself to others and you start competing with yourself. You start striving to be better than you were yesterday, not better than someone else. Each of us is unique. There is not and never will be another person exactly like you. You are one of a kind. And that is a gift. It is a gift that too many of us take for granted. We spend so much time trying to fit in, trying to conform to the expectations of others, trying to be like everyone else, that we forget the power of our individuality. When you focus on others, you lose sight of your uniqueness. You try to mold yourself into someone else's idea of success, someone else's idea of beauty, someone else's idea of happiness. But when you focus on yourself, you begin to embrace your individuality. You begin to appreciate the qualities that make you different, the qualities that set you apart. Your individuality is your greatest asset. It is the key to your success, your fulfillment, your happiness. It is what makes you valuable. When you embrace your individuality, you stop trying to be like everyone else and you start becoming the person you were meant to be. Embracing your individuality does not mean rejecting others or isolating yourself. It means recognizing that your path is your own and that no one else can walk it for you. It means valuing your unique perspective, your unique talents, and your unique experiences. It means being true to yourself, even when it is difficult, even when others do not understand. Focusing on yourself also means taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Self-care is not selfish, it is essential. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you do not take care of yourself, you cannot be your best self. You cannot fulfill your purpose. You cannot achieve your goals. You cannot serve others. In our busy lives, we often neglect self-care. We are so focused on our responsibilities, our obligations, our to-do lists, that we forget to take care of our own needs. But self-care is not a luxury, it is a necessity. When you focus on yourself, you make self-care a priority. You take the time to rest, to recharge, to nourish your body, mind, and soul. You recognize that you are worth investing in, that your well-being is important. Self-care is not just about pampering yourself or indulging in temporary pleasures. It is about creating a lifestyle that supports your health and well-being. It is about setting boundaries, saying no when you need to, and making time for the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you take care of yourself, you are better able to take care of others. When you focus on your own well-being, you are better able to show up for the people in your life, to give your best, to serve with love and compassion. Focusing on yourself also means letting go of the things that no longer serve you. This includes letting go of toxic relationships, unhealthy habits, limiting beliefs, and negative thought patterns. It means releasing the need for approval from others, the need for external validation, the need to be liked or accepted by everyone. When you focus on others, you often hold on to things that are not good for you because you are afraid of what others will think. You stay in relationships that drain you because you don't want to be alone. You continue unhealthy habits because you are afraid of change. You cling to limiting beliefs because they feel familiar and safe. But when you focus on yourself, you begin to recognize what is truly serving you and what is holding you back. You begin to prioritize your own well-being, your own growth, your own happiness. And you give yourself permission to let go of anything that is not aligned with your highest good. Letting go is not always easy. It can be painful, it can be scary. But it is necessary for growth. When you let go of the things that no longer serve you, you create space for new opportunities, new experiences, new growth. You free yourself to become the person you were meant to be. Focusing on yourself is not a one-time event, it is a lifelong journey. It is a journey of self-mastery, of becoming the best version of yourself. It is a journey of continuous growth, learning, and improvement. Self-mastery is not about being perfect. It is about being disciplined, focused, and intentional. It is about taking control of your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and your habits. It is about being proactive rather than reactive. It is about living with purpose and integrity. When you focus on yourself, you commit to the process of self-mastery. You commit to setting goals, to developing good habits, to overcoming challenges, to learning from your mistakes. You commit to becoming the best version of yourself, not for anyone else, but for yourself. Self-mastery requires discipline. It requires focus. It requires perseverance. But the rewards are immeasurable. When you master yourself, you unlock your full potential. You become the person you were created to be. You fulfill your purpose and you live a life of meaning and fulfillment. Another key aspect of focusing on yourself is embracing accountability. Accountability is the act of taking full responsibility for your life, for your actions, your decisions, your successes, and your failures. When you focus on others, it's easy to fall into the trap of blaming external factors for your circumstances. You might say, if only I had the opportunities they had, or if only things were easier for me like they are for them. But this mindset disempowers you. It puts your fate in the hands of others and denies the truth that you have the ability to shape your own life. When you focus on yourself, you realize that accountability is a powerful tool for transformation. It allows you to take ownership of your life, to recognize that you are the architect of your own future. You stop making excuses and start finding solutions. You stop looking for reasons why things aren't going your way and start asking yourself what you can do to change your circumstances. This kind of radical accountability might seem daunting at first, but it is incredibly liberating. It means that you are in control. You have the power to make decisions that will move you closer to your goals. You have the ability to create the life you want, no matter what challenges you face. One of the most critical elements of personal growth is discipline. Discipline is the ability to control your impulses, emotions, and behaviors in pursuit of long-term goals. Without discipline, even the best intentions will falter. Without discipline, focus becomes a fleeting dream. a momentary surge of motivation that quickly fades in the face of temptation or distraction. When you focus on others, you often lack the discipline to stay committed to your own path. You get sidetracked by what others are doing, by what seems easier or more glamorous. But discipline is about staying true to your own goals, even when it's hard, even when it's lonely, even when no one else understands your vision. Discipline isn't about rigid control or denying yourself pleasure. It's about making choices that align with your long-term values and goals. It's about delaying short-term gratification for the sake of greater rewards in the future. It's about showing up every day and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. When you focus on yourself, you cultivate the discipline necessary to achieve your dreams. You learn to prioritize what truly matters to you. You learn to say no to distractions, to negative influences, to anything that pulls you away from your path. Discipline becomes your ally, helping you stay focused and committed to your own growth. In a world where instant gratification is the norm, patience is often overlooked as a virtue. We want success now. We want results now. We want change now. But the truth is, meaningful growth takes time. Personal transformation is a slow, steady process, and if you're constantly focused on others, you may become frustrated with your own progress. Patience is the ability to endure, to trust the process, to continue working towards your goals, even when the results are not immediately visible. It is the recognition that growth happens in seasons, that just as a seed needs time to grow into a tree, you need time to develop into the person you are meant to be. When you focus on yourself, you cultivate patience. You learn to embrace the journey, to appreciate the small steps forward, even when they don't seem significant. You learn to trust that the effort you are putting in today will yield results in the future. You stop comparing your timeline to others and start trusting your own process. Patience also allows you to be kind to yourself. It helps you understand that mistakes are part of the journey, that setbacks are not failures but opportunities to learn. It allows you to give yourself grace as you navigate the ups and downs of life. When you focus on yourself, you stop being in such a hurry and you start enjoying the process of becoming. Focusing on yourself also requires setting boundaries. Boundaries are the limits you set for yourself and others to protect your energy, time, and emotional well-being. Without boundaries, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the demands of others or to lose sight of your own needs and goals. When you're focused on others, you may find yourself saying yes to things that don't serve you, taking on responsibilities that aren't yours, or allowing others to dictate how you spend your time and energy. This leads to burnout, resentment, and frustration because you're not honoring your own priorities. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. It's a way of telling yourself and others that your needs matter, that your time is valuable, that your goals are important. Boundaries are not about shutting people out or being selfish. They are about creating a healthy balance between giving and receiving, between helping others and taking care of yourself. When you focus on yourself, you learn to set boundaries that support your well-being and personal growth. You learn to say no to things that don't align with your values or goals. You learn to prioritize your time and energy so that you can invest in what truly matters to you. Boundaries give you the space you need to focus on yourself without feeling guilty or overwhelmed. Focusing on yourself does not mean living in isolation or being self-centered. It means cultivating a deep appreciation for your own life, your own journey, and your own progress. One of the most powerful ways to stay grounded in your personal growth is through the practice of gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It helps you see the blessings in your life, even when things are difficult. When you are constantly focused on others, it's easy to feel envious, to feel like you're not doing enough or that you don't have enough. But gratitude helps you appreciate the unique path you are on and the progress you've made. When you focus on yourself, you cultivate gratitude for your own life. You stop comparing your journey to others and start celebrating your own milestones, no matter how small. You become more aware of the opportunities, the lessons, and the growth that are unfolding in your life. Gratitude also fosters a sense of contentment and peace. It helps you recognize that you are exactly where you need to be in this moment, and that everything is working out in its own time. When you focus on yourself with gratitude, you stop chasing after external validation and start finding fulfillment within. Self-confidence is born from self-awareness and self-acceptance. When you focus on yourself, you begin to understand your strengths, your abilities, and your potential. You stop seeking approval from others and start trusting in your own capabilities. This self-trust is the foundation of confidence. Confidence doesn't come from comparison. It doesn't come from being better than others or achieving more than others. It comes from knowing who you are, from believing in your own worth, and from trusting that you have everything you need to succeed. When you focus on others, your confidence wavers. You second guess yourself. You feel inadequate. But when you focus on yourself, you build a strong sense of self-confidence. You learn to trust your own instincts, to rely on your own judgment, and to believe in your own abilities. Confidence allows you to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, to pursue your goals with determination. It gives you the courage to face challenges head on, knowing that you have the strength and resilience to overcome them. When you focus on yourself, you build the kind of confidence that is unshakable, because it is rooted in self-awareness and self-belief. Focusing on yourself also helps you develop emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your own emotions, as well as the emotions of others. Emotional intelligence is a key factor in personal growth because it allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. When you focus on others, you may become reactive, letting their actions or opinions dictate your emotional state. But when you focus on yourself, you become more aware of your own emotions and how they impact your thoughts and behaviors. You learn to manage your emotions in a healthy way rather than being controlled by them. Emotional intelligence also helps you build better relationships. When you understand your own emotions, you are better able to empathize with others, to communicate effectively, and to resolve conflicts in a constructive manner. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean neglecting your relationships. It means developing the emotional intelligence necessary to cultivate healthy, meaningful connections. When you focus on yourself, you also become more aware of how you react to external situations. You start to recognize the triggers that cause you stress or frustration, and you learn to manage those reactions in a more positive way. Emotional intelligence allows you to remain calm and centered, even in difficult situations, because you have developed the inner strength to navigate your emotions. Your mindset plays a crucial role in determining the quality of your life. When you focus on others, you may adopt a fixed mindset, believing that your abilities, talents, and circumstances are set in stone. This leads to a sense of limitation, where you feel stuck in your current situation and powerless to change. But when you focus on yourself, you cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that you can improve, that you can learn, that you can grow. It's the understanding that your potential is not fixed but limitless. With a growth mindset, you see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to success. A growth mindset allows you to embrace failure as part of the learning process. You stop fearing mistakes and start seeing them as stepping stones on the path to success. You become more resilient, more adaptable, more open to new experiences. When you focus on yourself with a growth mindset, you unlock your true potential. Your mindset also influences how you perceive others. When you focus on others from a place of insecurity or envy, you may feel threatened by their success. But when you focus on yourself with a growth mindset, you realize that their success does not diminish your own. You understand that there is enough success to go around, and you become inspired by others' achievements rather than intimidated by them. At the core of focusing on yourself is the practice of self-love. Self-love is not about being selfish or arrogant. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and respect that you would offer to a loved one. It's about accepting yourself fully, flaws and all, and recognizing that you are worthy of love and happiness. When you focus on others, you may neglect your own needs and desires in an attempt to please or impress them. You may sacrifice your own well-being for the sake of external approval. But self-love reminds you that you deserve to be happy, healthy, and fulfilled. Self-love also means taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It means nourishing your body with healthy food, exercise, and rest. It means nurturing your emotional well-being by setting boundaries, practicing gratitude, and managing stress. It means cultivating a spiritual practice that connects you to your higher self and gives you a sense of purpose and peace. When you focus on yourself with self-love, you stop seeking validation from others. You stop trying to prove your worth through external achievements or relationships. You start to recognize that your worth is inherent, that you are enough just as you are. Self-compassion is a critical part of focusing on yourself. It involves being kind to yourself in moments of failure or difficulty, rather than being overly critical or judgmental. When you focus on others, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison, measuring your worth against what others have achieved. You may become your own harshest critic, berating yourself for not measuring up or for making mistakes. But this approach undermines your self-esteem and hinders your growth. Focusing on yourself with self-compassion means recognizing that failure is part of the human experience. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone falls short at times. Instead of being critical, self-compassion encourages you to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. It allows you to acknowledge your imperfections without letting them define you. Self-compassion doesn't mean letting yourself off the hook or avoiding responsibility. Rather, it means offering yourself the same empathy and encouragement that you would offer to a friend who is struggling. It's about giving yourself permission to be human, to stumble, to learn, and to grow. When you practice self-compassion, you create a supportive internal environment where growth can flourish. You stop tearing yourself down for your perceived shortcomings and start building yourself up by acknowledging your efforts and progress. This shift in mindset not only enhances your well-being, but it also strengthens your resilience, helping you to recover more quickly from setbacks and challenges. Another powerful aspect of focusing on yourself is embracing time alone. Solitude is often misunderstood or even feared, especially in a world that emphasizes constant connection and social interaction. But time alone is not the same as loneliness. It is a gift, a necessary space where you can reflect, recharge, and reconnect with your true self. When you focus on others, you may avoid being alone because it feels uncomfortable. You may distract yourself with social media, work, or other people's problems rather than facing your own thoughts and emotions. But solitude provides an opportunity for deep introspection, for getting to know yourself on a profound level. Spending time alone allows you to listen to your own inner voice, free from the noise and opinions of others. It gives you space to reflect on your goals, values, and desires without outside influence. In solitude, you can reconnect with your purpose and gain clarity about the direction you want to take in life. Moreover, time alone fosters creativity and innovation. When your mind is free from distractions, it has the space to wander, explore new ideas, and come up with creative solutions to problems. Many of the world's greatest thinkers and creators value solitude as a crucial part of their process. When you focus on yourself and embrace time alone, you also strengthen your sense of independence. You become more comfortable with who you are without needing constant validation from others. Solitude becomes a source of empowerment where you can recharge your energy and emerge stronger, more focused, and more in tune with your own path. Personal reflection is an essential practice when you focus on yourself. It involves looking inward, examining your thoughts, behaviors, and experiences to gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your journey. Reflection helps you recognize patterns, identify areas for growth, and celebrate your progress. When you are constantly focused on others, you may neglect the practice of self-reflection. You may be too busy comparing yourself to others or trying to meet external expectations to take the time to reflect on your own life. But self-reflection is a powerful tool for personal growth, as it allows you to learn from your experiences and make intentional changes. Self-reflection can take many forms. It can be as simple as taking a few moments at the end of each day to think about what went well and what could be improved. It can involve journaling your thoughts and feelings, meditating, or engaging in deep conversations with yourself. The goal of reflection is to gain insight into your own thoughts, behaviors, and emotions so that you can make more conscious choices moving forward. When you focus on yourself through personal reflection, you gain clarity about your values, goals, and desires. You become more aware of the ways in which you are growing and evolving, and you can make more intentional decisions about where to direct your energy and attention. Reflection helps you stay aligned with your true self and ensures that you are living in a way that is authentic and meaningful. Inner peace is one of the greatest rewards of focusing on yourself. It is a state of being where you feel calm, centered, and content, regardless of external circumstances. When you focus on others, you may find yourself in a constant state of comparison, competition, or anxiety. You may feel restless or dissatisfied because you are measuring your worth against external standards. But when you focus on yourself, you cultivate a sense of inner peace. You stop worrying about what others think or how you measure up to them. You stop chasing after things that don't truly matter to you. Instead, you turn inward and find fulfillment in your own growth, your own journey, your own purpose. Inner peace comes from accepting yourself as you are and trusting that you are on the right path. It comes from letting go of the need to control everything and everyone around you. It comes from recognizing that you are enough just as you are, and that your worth is not dependent on external validation or achievement. When you focus on yourself, you also learn to be present in the moment. You stop dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, and you start appreciating the beauty of the here and now. This presence of mind is key to experiencing inner peace, as it allows you to fully engage with life and find joy in even the smallest moments. Focusing on yourself naturally leads to a greater sense of self-reliance. Self-reliance is the ability to depend on yourself for your own needs, decisions, and well-being. It's about taking ownership of your life and trusting in your own abilities to navigate challenges and achieve your goals. When you focus on others, you may become overly reliant on their opinions, their approval, or their support. You may look to others to validate your decisions or to guide your path. But this dependence can be disempowering, as it places control of your life in the hands of others. Focusing on yourself encourages you to develop self-reliance. You learn to trust your own judgment, to make decisions that align with your values, and to take responsibility for your own happiness. You stop waiting for others to give you permission to pursue your dreams, and you start taking action on your own behalf. Self-reliance also means recognizing that you have the inner resources to handle whatever challenges come your way. You don't need to depend on others to solve your problems or make you feel whole. You have the strength, resilience, and wisdom within you to overcome obstacles and create the life you want. When you focus on yourself with a mindset of self-reliance, you become more empowered. You realize that you are capable of achieving your goals, of navigating life's ups and downs, and of finding fulfillment on your own terms. Self-reliance is not about rejecting help or isolating yourself from others, but about recognizing your own inner power and using it to create the life you desire. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep moving forward in the face of challenges and setbacks. It is one of the most important qualities you can cultivate when focusing on yourself. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and resilience allows you to navigate them with strength and grace. When you focus on others, you may feel defeated by setbacks, especially if you are constantly comparing your progress to theirs. You may feel as though you are falling behind or that you are not as successful as you should be. But focusing on yourself helps you develop resilience because it shifts your attention from external comparisons to internal growth. Resilience is built through experience, through facing challenges and learning from them. When you focus on yourself, you embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. You stop seeing failure as a reflection of your worth, and you start seeing it as a valuable part of the learning process. Resilience also comes from having a strong sense of purpose. When you are clear about your goals and your values, you are more motivated to persevere in the face of difficulty. You know why you are doing what you're doing. And that sense of purpose gives you the strength to keep going, even when the path is tough. When you focus on yourself with resilience, you become unstoppable. You learn to adapt to change, to recover from setbacks, and to keep moving forward, no matter what life throws your way. Resilience is not about avoiding challenges, but about facing them with courage and determination. Authenticity is the courage to be yourself, to live in alignment with your true values, beliefs, and desires. When you focus on others, you may feel pressure to conform, to fit into societal expectations, or to please those around you. You may hide parts of yourself in order to be accepted or validated by others. But focusing on yourself allows you to embrace your authenticity. You stop worrying about what others think or how you are perceived, and you start living in a way that is true to who you are. You honor your own desires, preferences, and values, even if they don't align with what others expect of you. Authenticity is liberating because it allows you to live without the burden of pretense. You stop trying to be someone you're not, and you start embracing who you truly are. This doesn't mean you stop growing or changing. In fact, authenticity requires continuous self-discovery and evolution. But it means that you are committed to living in alignment with your true self, rather than trying to meet external expectations. When you focus on yourself with authenticity, you attract people and opportunities that are aligned with your true nature. You build deeper, more meaningful relationships because you are engaging with others from a place of truth. You also experience greater fulfillment because you are living in a way that feels genuine and aligned with your purpose. Consistency is the key to achieving long-term success and personal growth. It is the ability to show up for yourself day after day, even when the path is difficult or the progress is slow. When you focus on others, you may lack the consistency needed to achieve your goals because you are easily distracted by what others are doing. But focusing on yourself helps you cultivate consistency. You become more disciplined in your actions, more committed to your goals, and more patient with the process. You understand that success doesn't happen overnight, and that true growth requires sustained effort over time. Consistency is not about perfection. It's about making steady progress even when things don't go as planned. It's about showing up for yourself, even when you don't feel like it. When you focus on yourself, you build the resilience and discipline needed to stay consistent, even in the face of setbacks or distractions. Consistency also builds trust with yourself. When you are consistent in your actions, you prove to yourself that you are reliable, that you can count on yourself to follow through on your commitments. This self-trust is a powerful foundation for confidence and self-belief. When you focus on yourself with consistency, you make steady, meaningful progress toward your goals. You stop being swayed by the opinions or actions of others, and you stay focused on your own path. Consistency is the key to turning your dreams into reality, one step at a time. One of the greatest rewards of focusing on yourself is the fulfillment that comes from personal achievement. When you focus on others, you may feel as though your achievements are never enough because you are constantly measuring them against external standards. You may chase after goals that don't truly matter to you, simply because they are what society expects or values. But when you focus on yourself, you set goals that are meaningful to you. You pursue achievements that align with your values and passions rather than seeking approval or validation from others. This leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment because your achievements are a reflection of your true desires and efforts. Personal achievement is not about reaching a certain status or gaining external recognition. It's about the satisfaction of knowing that you have grown, that you have challenged yourself, that you have persevered, and that you have accomplished something that is meaningful to you.